Boy Gun was a book about different people talking about a situation they were in, caused by two boys, Brendan and Gary. These two boys had students held captive at a school dance. These boys also had guns. The people in the book that are talking about what happened are parents, friends, and teachers of Brendan and Gary. Football players that bullied Brendan and Gary and their friends were also interviewed. The people talk about Brendan and Gary's lives and how they were surprised that the boys had done this. Everyone sort of knew that Brendan had a dark side, but they did not know how Gary got his dark side. In the book, you are able to read the boys' suicide notes that explain why they did it. Gary's note was written to his mom. He said that his life was just so miserable and he couldn't tell her about it. Gary also said he was sorry to put so much pain and hopefully he would get over it and maybe start a new life. Brendan was hoping that his note would get into the newspaper. In his note, he was talking to the parents of the kids that made his life miserable by the way they raised their kids. Also, Brendan felt that these parents thought he and Gary were outcasts. After the people in the book talked about Brendan and Gary before the incident, they talked about what happened during the incident. The friends of Brendan and Gary and the football players talked about how the boys held them at school dance with guns. The boys made them lay on their bellies and had their hands tied behind their backs. And behind them, some people also talked about how Brendan shot someone in the kneecaps to make sure that person suffered. Brendan and Gary also fired shots at the roof, and the bullets were bouncing off the roof and going in many directions. It was lucky that the bullets didn't hit anyone. Brendan also shot a teacher in the chest, but he didn't die. The police then dropped a microphone and a camera down the gym. Brendan threatened to kill someone if they didn't raise him back up, so the police pulled him back up. After a while, Brendan and Gary began to fight, which made Gary go over to sit by himself at a wall, which made Brendan really mad. All of a sudden, Gary shot himself. Brendan went over to check on Gary. When he did, someone jumped up and tackled him. At the same time, another person freed the others. The people began to beat up Brendan, which put him in a coma. At the end of the book, Brendan is still in a coma with brain damage.
The author is Todd Strasser. He was born in New York City in 1950 and lives with his family in a suburban community. Todd went to IU Willits Elementary School. After elementary, he went to high school called Lee School. Todd is the best at science. He loved it, but unfortunately, he was bad at spelling and grammar. After high school, Todd went to college at New University, then dropped out and traveled the sights of Europe. He wrote letters from Europe. Those were the letters that inspired him to become a writer. After a few years, he returned to college at Bilot, where he graduated in literature. Since he had gained his own experiences, he began to write articles and then books. Now he speaks frequently at schools. Todd Strasser's book has been censored on the topic of suicide, killing other people for vengeance, and for using weapons underage. The author's exact words on being censored are, "My feeling is that any kid who's going to pick up a gun and shoot it in schools is not going to pick up the idea in a book." After extensive search, I could only find one challenge. This book was challenged because of its improper use of weapons and depiction of school violence. In 2008, a boys wanted the book banned from the Bangor Middle School library. It was challenged because of the depiction of school violence. Despite this challenge, the book was not banned. My reaction on the book, Give a Boy a Gun.
Oh, you can stop there. You guys can go into your...
You want to go first?
You can go first.
Alright, I don't think the book should be banned because it gives two very important lessons. One, bullying is very bad. That when people who are being bullied can get their feelings hurt, and that can lead to very bad situations. And that we need gun control because if a kid has access to a gun, they have a very good chance on using it at times and places that shouldn't be used.
I think that the book should be banned because it's not right for somebody to kill themselves and kill other people, even though they were being mean to them ever since they were in middle school and high school. I just don't think that it's right to kill people, and it's kind of gross.
All right, thank you.